Hi folks, welcome back to the Model 3 Man channel. Well, it's a new year for sure, and we still don't have full self-driving beta in Canada. But while we wait for full self-driving to arrive, I thought that it could be helpful to take a look at some of the apps, different apps that relate to enjoying and knowing our Tesla even better. And today it's a turn of TeslaMirror. I'd never heard the name before. TeslaMirror, one word. In the interest of full disclosure, he did reach out with an access code, so I didn't have to buy the software. But I said to him I'd give it an absolutely fair review and give my thoughts on it. The purpose of the app is to mirror what you see on your phone screen onto either the car's touchscreen or your own desktop. Your desktop or your iPad or any device that connects to your Wi-Fi. Well, how does it do it? The secret is this. It allows you to go into your web browser and punch in the IP address of the little broadcast application here. And when that IP address is punched in, a few fractions of a second later, you will see the contents of your phone mirror onto the screen. So we're inside at the moment. Let's take a look at it on the desktop. So I've got my Mac in front of me here. I've opened up a single tab of Google Chrome. So I'm going to go into the app, TeslaMirror, and fire it up, and let's get connected to this desktop first, and then we'll go and test it in the car. TeslaMirror, there it is down the bottom. Tap on it. It tells me in the notes that you must turn Tesla Proxy on, so I have done that. And then tap the start button. But before you do, it gives you the IP address below. Now, bear in mind, I'm inside my home. And so the IP addresses are typical home IP address ranges, 192.168. Either 0 or 1. In this case, in my home, it's 1. So 192.168.1.92. In the browser, go up to the top here and type in, hit enter. Now, nothing appears yet. I haven't hit start. I'm going to do it now. Tap on start, screen broadcast. And within a few seconds, there it is. You can see here, everything on your screen, including notifications, will be recorded. So if you're sitting in your car and your wife's next to you, and you get a notification of a text message from girlfriend, you're in trouble. And let's jump around the screens here and see how it looks over there. So I'm going to just get out of the app. There's my iPhone desktop. Let's go into the lights that I have behind me. You can see down there the green light. Let's change it to blue. There we go. Or purple. Or red. Let's make it a little darker. Let's change it back to green, shall we? Make it a bit brighter. There we are. Now what about if we turn it sideways? Well, let's go into something that will allow us to turn it sideways. Turn it sideways. Yeah, it does. So, as you can see here, it occupies as large an area as your browser is occupying on the screen. So how about YouTube? So I hit play. And here's the first issue. The sound comes from the phone. The sound does not transfer to the computer. So how would I get it? Well, I could use Bluetooth sound and send it to the computer or into my car, send it to the car via Bluetooth. This will mirror the video content. If we go into settings, you'll notice that it does have an HD mode. Turn HD on just to make sure you're getting the best picture. How about photos? What it is to have a daughter who came back from Lebanon with a newly found skill, making bread. Let's expand it and have a look at the quality. Oh yeah. Look at the salt crystals. Even video. Oh, look at that. Does that not make you want to eat it? We've learned that we can mirror successfully using a web browser, putting in the appropriate IP address that this is beaming on. We've learned that we cannot send the audio along through the same broadcast, It has to be done separately if we want it. We've learned that when we put it in a browser, we can expand it and make it large. And you say, well, why would I really want to send it to a web browser? You might want to record. You know that if you have a Mac, you can go into QuickTime and you can just record your screen. So whatever you've got on your phone that you'd like to record, you can just enable QuickTime, beam this to the browser, and record it. So that could be useful. At this point, let's go into the car, and what we're going to do is try exactly the same thing. Let's get out there, test it, and then come back for an evaluation. We need to connect the car to the hotspot on my phone. So let's go and create a hotspot. All right, it's set. So let's get out of here, and let's go and connect to my personal hotspot. There it is. What I've done now is to connect the Tesla Wi-Fi to my cell phone. Peter has iPhone 12. Now we're going to go into the TeslaMirror app, which is there. I notice that it's broadcasting on IP address 240.3.3.3. Go into the web browser there. Type in the address 240.3.3.3. 240.3.3.3. Go. Start broadcasting. Tap it. Tap below. Start broadcast. All right, and there it is. That's pretty easy. Let's go out of this app here. Let's go, for example, Photos app. Turn it sideways. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. So there's a very, very short lag time. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And I'm interested to see that the color matching, we're looking at literally the same colors. How about going to Flickster, News of the World? That's a pretty good rating. I'm going to be having this tomorrow night, my birthday. I'm not going to say how old, but my daughters are coming and Janine's here. And we're going to play this, and it looks like a good old Western with Tom Hanks, and it looks like good ratings from the critics and the audience alike. So, if I turn it sideways, well, it doesn't turn sideways on the phone, so it's not going to do so there. Go into Google Maps. Now, here's a little bit of a drawback, and that is, with the wider driver panel, we get less space on the right. So, this is going as big as it can, but unfortunately, it's limited by that barrier. When Elon decides to give us customizable screen layouts, we'll be able to make this narrow again and make that wide again. YouTube. Okay, let's take a look at that. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, I can do. Let me see if I can send the audio to the car. So I'm using Bluetooth, and I'm sending it to the car. Let's jump back into our web browser.
When people ask me, Rick, why don't you have Black Sabbath in there? Because I'm not going to waste my time promoting Black Sabbath.
Yeah, it works. Let's try playing that song that I've just done now. I grew up in your hometown. At least I began to grow. Adobe Lightroom. Let's go and have a look at some basic editing. We'll bring down the highlights. Let's push up the contrast. Overall exposure. Yep, that works. Let's just go to color. And yeah, that works. Yeah, white balance works. Everything works. It's beautiful. I can pinch it. So I can actually bring it up on the screen if I want to and reduce it back to normal. So where's the usefulness in an app like this? Let's say your passenger wanted to watch something on YouTube. Well, they could connect their phone, jump into YouTube, turn this round, play something.
So that they can take it down as soon as I upload it. No way.
Now that works. We can play content onto here, use the Bluetooth for the audio while you're driving. Nothing stops you. So how useful is that in reality? Well, number one, it is using cellular data. Of course, many people nowadays have almost unlimited cellular data. That's good. If you have that, you wouldn't care. Number two, sometimes your passenger wants to look at something, wants to check it, wants to hear it properly, and it's pretty difficult on a phone. Then you could do that. I mean, that works. It works as intended. The lag time is very minimal. There's a lot of uses that come to mind. But is it for you? And really, that's a question that only you can answer. That's nice. Tesla shares. The secret in the vehicle is to make sure that you connect your car's Wi-Fi system to the private network of your phone, and they call it a hotspot. And is it going to use your cellular data? Well, not unless you're broadcasting something live from YouTube or any of the other streaming services. See, if you're just transferring data between your device and the car, it's not using part of your data allocation, of course. But if you're watching a YouTube video on here and you're beaming it to your touch screen in the Model 3, then you are, of course, using cellular data. You can see the details here. I'm on the App Store preview, and this is TeslaMirror. Developer is called Hustmobile. I'm not sure. It says over here, privacy. The developer has not provided details about its privacy practices and handling of data. They will be required to provide that. There is no issue of privacy because all of the data is kept on your phone. You're not having to set up an account with them. You're just downloading the app and you're using it to beam it. Privacy is not an issue here. So what do I think of it? Am I sitting in the way of my new bass guitar? Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So how about an evaluation? I really like the ease of getting the phone content onto any screen. It's simple. There are no tricks to it. There's no complications. Let's say you're on a journey. Janine's sitting in the passenger seat. She's got a bunch of stuff on her phone. She's always complaining that the text is too tiny. It's hard to see. Well, I don't mind if she throws it up onto the touch screen and looks at it in a much larger format. Why? Well, because Tesla have obligingly moved the next turn information while you're navigating into the left-hand panel. So the driver can now easily see the next turn coming up when the right-hand part of the screen is covered with something. If you have a good reason to want to project your phone screen onto your car screen, mapping. Yeah, you could use a map, you could use Waze. The only problems with this app are that the audio is currently not transmitted along with the video. So picture goes up fine, audio does not. But you can connect your phone through Bluetooth, and I did that in the car, you saw that. So it works. What's the other issue? I think price. If this app is not a roaring success, it's either because nobody wants to put anything from their phone onto their touch screen, but I think there are a lot of people that do, and passengers who do. That is a lot of money for an app that only mirrors the contents of your phone onto another screen. We do know that Tesla apps are more costly because not everyone owns a Tesla, and I understand that. I understand that there are development costs to amortize. There's all kinds of costs maintaining an app. But I still think that volume sales at a lower price will definitely outweigh smaller sales of an app at a higher price. That's my review. I like it. I like everything it does. I'm going to be looking at a few other apps in the next few days. Try to put together a list of those that are truly useful for Tesla vehicle owners. I have a major project ahead. I do not have a mobile editing platform. I don't have a MacBook. I have this 27-inch iMac. I have no MacBook. I have a Dell laptop that still works. It's a PC with 2 gig of RAM. So I'm saving for the new MacBook 16-inch, MacBook Pro 16-inch with the new Apple chip, that M1X, that will allow me to go on the road to edit videos, upload videos from wherever I am on a decent machine. So any donations that come in through PayPal now are going toward that project. Thank you very much for watching, If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notify button. Look after yourselves until I see you again, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers for now.